panel is joining us. Charu, Pragya, the national spokesperson of the BJP. We also have Siddharth Sharma, Aam Aadmi spokesperson. Siddharth, I'll give you your time. Please go on. Your senior-most leader, Sanjay Singh, Rajya Sabha MP, the man who is known to be very mighty popular, who's been really speaking up and speaking against the central government on almost all platforms, including the parliament where he got banned. He's now been arrested by the ED. How would you view it?
Yeah, I would view it as very simply only despots resort to political purging. Democratic political parties like BJP shouldn't indulge in acts of political purging. There is a law, then there is an abuse of law. A matchbox can be used to cook food as well as burn down somebody's house. Law has to be applied wisely. It is not a weapon to be wielded on your selected enemies. Everyone knows that there are two pain points for BJP today. One is Adani, the second is social justice. Whoever speaks vociferously against Adani and for social justice, BJP gets nervous with them. Today's case is reminiscent of Mr. Justin Trudeau in a fit of rage or fit of tightness, hurling whatever kinds of accusations Mr. Trudeau wanted to hurl against India, which does not simply cut ice. It is just like Mr. Trudeau's statement on India was a joke, and nobody in the world took it seriously.
No, but Mr. Siddharth, it's not like Prime Minister Modi is hurling allegations on Sanjay Singh. It's not like Amit Shah is hurling allegations on Sanjay Singh. It's not like our BJP spokesperson Charu Pragya is hurling allegations. This is Dinesh Arora, who's a suspect in the Delhi liquor policy case. He's turned an approver. He's made allegations that Sanjay Singh was the middleman through which money was routed to Manish Sisodia. A man accused in the case who's been arrested has given a statement to the ED.
Fine. Then let us take it on your face value for a moment. Let us agree to the principle that there is a case against Mr. Sanjay Singh in ED. The ED has a case against Mr. Sanjay Singh. Then the moot question is, isn't there a case with ED against Mr. Nirav Modi? Isn't there a case in ED against Mr. Lalit Modi? Isn't there a case against Mr. Adani with the ED? Adani is a friend of Mr. Modi. So isn't there cases of ED against all these people? Why is this selective hounding? And as far as Mr. Dinesh Arora is concerned, even today in the High Court very clearly said that you can make anyone as an approver through intimidation or pressure. That doesn't make anyone accused. I can hurl all kinds of abuses or all kinds of charges on you on television. That doesn't make me true. The very fact, I think your ground reporter just 2 minutes ago very clearly said that they did not find a single naya paisa of paper trail or money trail in Mr. Sanjay Singh's house.
No, Mr. Siddharth, it's common sense to understand that not anybody is going to keep anything in their home if they're guilty either. So we know that not recovering anything from the residence of Sanjay Singh does not absolve him of the crime here if he is guilty. Stay with us. Right, Siddharth, stay with us. I'm cutting to Charu Pragya on that. Charu, please, of course, the one and only question, if you had the charge sheet, the ED had a charge sheet where Dinesh Arora had named Sanjay Singh long ago, what led to this prolonged wait by the central agencies? I know you may not be able to speak for them, but what do you think in your view? Central agencies acting months after Sanjay Singh was mentioned in the charge sheet. Why the delay?
Nabila, good evening. And from what I understand of the functioning of any investigative central agency is that what you see is merely the tip of the iceberg. The work that is done behind the scenes, the evidence which is collected, the research which is done extensively. And you and me can only think and talk about the extent to which this investigation might have already progressed. Here, my question is that Aam Aadmi Party has a habit of protecting its office bearers who go behind bars and then later disowning them. It's exactly what happened with Manish Sisodia. If you remember, he went out like a hero, waving his hand as if he was, being honored for doing something great. And then what happened to him? the party completely
But what
disowned
happened to
him.
him? It's been 8 months. No, I'm asking you what happened to him, Charu. It's been 8 months. There's been no transaction trail, no proof of, no evidence of any crime here. It's just again based on the words of Dinesh Arora that the ED has kept him in custody. They have approached the Supreme Court now for bail. They're waiting now. 8 months on. PMLA case is a watertight case. Usually not easy to get bail if the ED arrests you on PMLA charges. But there's really nothing to prove him guilty as yet.
No, but let me tell you, Nabila, what the Supreme Court said in October. The Supreme Court made an observation saying that since AAP is allegedly the beneficiary of the money laundering, why has its office bearers not been made a party to this case, and why has AAP not been made a party to this case? The Supreme Court is plainly and squarely saying that Aam Aadmi Party should be actually got into the fray in an official manner. And I actually want to ask this. Can anything happen in Aam Aadmi Party without CM Kejriwal knowing about it? So much so that when he goes to Punjab, he can sideline the Punjab CM and behave like the CM in Punjab. I am still saying that the kingpin of this entire scam is Arvind Kejriwal, and the news is tightening around him. All his allies are being put behind bars. Tell me, 80% of the Delhi government ministries were run by the two people who are already behind bars, Mr. Jain and then Mr. Sisodia. How is this government being managed, and why has there not been any kind of an explanation from the Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson? He does not talk about what happened exactly and why the math did not add up. He does not say why the loss happened to the exchequer and where the public money has gone. He does not want to address the changes in the policy and then pulling back of the policy as soon as the investigation
the
began.
fact that the policy has been withdrawn, so we'll bring in Siddharth on that. Siddharth, the fact that the policy has been withdrawn shows that you're guilty. Those are the words of the BJP spokesperson, and BJP extensively has been pointing out the same. If there was nothing wrong, why did you cancel the policy altogether?
Yeah, the simple answer to that, Nabila, is that if that policy was wrong, how come the same policy, the same Delhi excise policy is reaping extreme high amounts of exchequer money revenue to Punjab government? As far as Delhi also is concerned, the new policy was supposed to bring in more revenue than the earlier policy. And if this policy is wrong, then the question here is that this policy was also approved by the earlier LG. So if Mr. Manish...
Siddharth, I'd like to ask you one quick question. Why do you think you're not getting relief from the courts for so long? For Satyendra Jain, it's been over a year. Manish Sisodia, about 8 months. Do you believe that the council, the lawyers who are fighting the cases of Manish Sisodia, Satyendra Jain aren't doing a good job, or they don't have enough evidence to prove they're innocent? At least temporarily to get bail.
Okay, since this is a very legal and a very pertinent question, it will take me at least 45 to 60 seconds to reply. Can I do? Would you give me?
We barely have 30 seconds if you can squeeze in, Siddharth.
Okay, then the simple fact is that under PMLA, after the PMLA Act has come, the PMLA Act is to stop terrorism and money terror funding. And because it is related to terrorism and money laundering to fund terrorism, the cases are watertight, the charges are watertight, and the courts don't give bail because terrorists are also slapped with PMLA Act. So my single point here is that a law which was supposed to stop terrorism in India is not used on terrorism, but rather used on your political opponents. That is the baseline question here.
Okay, all right. We've got both of your points, Charu.
So this is a political party, Nabila, where the councillor is behind bars, where an MLA is behind bars, where a minister is behind bars. Now a member of parliament is behind bars. Can they take more responsibility and choose more wisely, or are you here only to fleece the people of India, make money of them, make them fight?
That's all of the time that we have, Charu and Siddharth. Thank you very much. We've heard both your points loud and clear. It's now up to the ED now to convince the court that they need to have Sanjay Singh in custody. How long will he be in custody? If you really compare his case with Manish Sisodia, Sisodia is in prison in the same case for 8 months now. What's going to be the fate of Sanjay Singh?